So hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Hope you all are doing well. This is Abhishek on the other side. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please subscribe to my channel and press the bell icon in order to get the latest notification first. So without much further ado, let's start our today's video. So today we are gonna solve time needed to buy tickets. Now it is a easy level question from LeetCode. So let's first read out the question. So there are n people in a line queuing to buy tickets, where the 08% is at the front of the line and the n-18% is at the back of the line. You are given a 08 index integer array tickets of length n, where the number of tickets that the ith person would like to buy is tickets of I. Each person takes exactly 1 second to buy a ticket. A person can only buy one ticket at a time and has to go back to the end of the line, which happens instantaneously in order to buy more tickets. If a person does not have any tickets left to buy, the person will leave the line. Return the time ticket for the person at position K to finish buying tickets. So what this question is saying over here that we are given an array, okay? So let's say that so let's take this example, okay? So in this example we are given an array of size 3, okay? And each element of this array represents the number of tickets, right? So each element of this array is represent number of tickets. So this is of index 0, this is of index 1, this is of index 2, right? And as you can see, the value of k is 2, right? That means we need to that means that means it is pointing to this index, right? Now what this question is saying that the person is over here, okay? Now the person can buy one ticket at a time, okay? So since he is over here, so he can only buy one ticket, so it will be now it will become if you subtract it by 1, so it will become 1, right? And then he will move forward and then he will buy the next ticket, and then we are going to subtract it by 1 again, right? And then again he will move forward and buy this ticket. Again we are going to subtract it by 1. Now when it comes to the end of the queue, then instantaneously he will from here he will be over here again, right? So again he has to start from the 0th index, but currently the number of tickets available in this 0 index is 1, right? Because we have already buy the first ticket, right? So now again he is gonna buy this ticket. Again he is going to move forward. Again he is going to buy this ticket, right? And again he is going to move forward. And again he is going to buy this ticket, and finally he will reach, and this will become 0, right? So so what is the time taken that the guy needs is 6, right? At first he is starting from here, then he is subtracting this 2 to 1, and then he is subtracting this 3 to 1, right? And finally he reaches to this element, but he has to convert this 2 to 1, right? And then again he has to start from the first, right? And then he has to decrease this 1 to 0, and then he has to decrease this 2 to 1, and finally he has to decrease this 1 to 0, and hence he is taking 6 number of steps, right? Or the time taken for the person to reach index k is 6, right? And hence we have got 6 as the answer, right? So let's now consider this example, okay? So in this example we are given an array. So let's consider an array, and the elements present in this array are 5, then we have 1, then we have 1, and finally we have 1, right? So these are the elements which is present in this array. So it is of index 0, this is of index 1, this is of index 2, this is of index 3. Sorry, there is also 3, right? So since the size of the array is 4, right? Okay, fine. So currently the person is over here, right? That is our index 0, and the value of k is also 0, and hence it is pointing to this element. So our we need to find the time taken when this 5 will be converted to 0, right? Okay. Now currently we are at 5, so we're going to decrease this 5 to 4, and next we're going to move this pointer to index 1, and hence we're going to again decrease this 1 to 0, and next we're gonna move this pointer to this to index 2, and hence we're going to decrease this to 0. Then we'll move it to index 3, hence we're going to decrease it to 0, right? So the total number of steps we have performed currently is 4, right? So now since we have reached to the end of the array, so we're gonna uh, go back to the 0th index, right? And now we're gonna again decrease this 4 to 3, right? So currently, so hence it will be increased by 5, right? So now we can't go to this index 1, right? Because it is already 0, right? So it doesn't make any sense to go to this, to travel to this index again, right? And hence we cannot go to this index 2 also, and we can't also go to this index 3 because it is already 0. And hence we only have to decrease this, the element of this element, okay? The elements of this index till it becomes 0, okay? So currently we have 3, so we're going to decrease it to 2. Again we're going to decrease it to 1, and finally we'll get 0, right? And hence we have performed total of 8 operations, right? Or 8 is the time taken, okay, to reach, to make this element as 0, and hence we have got 8 as our answer, right? So now let's see the algorithm for this problem. So let's take this example. So in this example we are given we have a array of size 4 which contains elements 5, 1, 1 and 1, right? Now our and the value of k is 0, right? So we need to find the time taken to make this element 5, right? uh, into 0, right? So we need to find that time taken, okay? So what we're gonna do is that we're gonna have a queue. Okay? So let's consider a queue. Now this queue is of size equals to the size of the array, okay? Currently it is 4, so our queue is also 4 in size, right? So currently inside the queue we have elements like 5, then we have 1, 1 and 1. But along with these elements we're gonna also have a index, right? Or else so to know that when we have to stop, right? So 5 is at index 0, right? 4 1 is at index 1, this one is at index 2, and this one is at index 3, right? So along with this element we also have this index, right? Now currently we are over here, right? Now in queue we know that it follows the principle of FIFO, right? So if we perform q.pop operation, then it is going to delete me this first element, right? Okay, it is going to remove me this first element. So what we're gonna do, we are gonna perform call the q.front function. Now using this q.front function we are gonna get this element, that is the top element of the queue, that is this, right? So we're gonna get this element, then we're gonna subtract this element by 1, okay? And we're gonna pop this element, okay, from the queue. After popping this element, this element which we have got, we're gonna push it into the end of the queue, right? So now our queue will look like this, right? Now currently our queue dot front is pointing to this element, right? That is 1 comma 1, right? So if you try to decrease this 1 by 1, okay, then it will be 0, right? Now when the element becomes 0, and if our k doesn't matches with the required element, right? So we're not going to push it in our queue, okay? So we just need to pop it from our queue, okay? Again our current front is this element, right? So all you need to do is to decrease this 1 to 1 by 1, so it is again becoming 0, right? And hence we are not going to publish in our queue, and hence we are not going to push it in our queue, we're just going to pop it from our queue, okay? And next our queue of front will be pointing to this element. Now again it is 1, right? So if you subtract it by 1 it will result me to 0. and hence we're not going to push, we're just going to pop it from our queue. So now currently our pointer is pointing to this element, right? That is 4 comma 0, right? So what we going to do, we're going to decrement this 4 by 1 and it will result me to 3 comma 0, right? So what we're going to do, we just need to make this element, we just need to pop this element out, okay, and push this 3 comma 0, right? Again, our queue of front is pointing to this 3 comma 0, so we just need to decrease this 3 by 1, it will result me to 2 comma 0, so it will be something like 2 comma 0, and we just need to pop this element from our queue, okay. And next we are gonna again decrease this 2 by 1, so it will result me to 1 comma 0, right? And hence again we are going to push it 1 comma 0, and we are gonna pop this from our queue, right? So now our queue is pointing to this element, that is 1 comma 0. Now when our element becomes 1, right, becomes equals to 1, and our index is equals to the value, that is k, right? So in such situation we're gonna terminate from our while loop, okay, and we're gonna return count plus 1. Now what's this count is actually? Now count is actually or you can say time taken plus 1, okay. So it's better to take time taken, okay. So this time taken is nothing but actually it's actually counting the time taken, right, to make this element 0, okay. So over here you can see how many operations we have performed. We have performed one operation, right. Next we have popped another operation 2, this is 3, this is 4, this is 5, this is 6, this is 7, right, and one extra because we need to decrease this 1 to 0 also, right. So that we can just while when we are returning we can just write tt plus 1, right, and that will do our task. Now one of the corner case for this problem is that if our num, so let's consider this array to be ARR, okay. So if our ARR of k is already 0, okay, in such situation we're going to return 0, okay, we will return 0. So that is one of the corner case we need to consider, right. So now let's see the code for this algorithm. So now let's see the code for this algorithm. So at first we have checked, we are checking whether our tickets of k is equals to 0 or not, right? And as I have already told you that if it is already 0, we just need to return 0, right? Over here, as you can see. Now the next thing we have done, we have taken a queue over here, which is of type node. Now what is this node? So if you go above, you can see that so node is a class, right? Now inside this class we have two elements. One is the element and another one is the index. We also have a constructor. So using this constructor we are actually storing this element and this element and this index, right? In the elements and index which are already present in our class. So this is what our node is. So at first what we are doing, we are actually uh, pushing the elements, we are elements and the index into our queue. So once we have pushed in the elements into our queue, the next we have done, we have actually taken a variable time taken, which is actually will tell me the amount of time taken, right, in order to make this the element present in index k to 0, right. So currently we have initialized this time taken to 0, right. Next we are checking whether our queue of front dot index equals to k and our queue of front dot element equals to 1. Now if this both the conditions are true, and now since there is a not over here, and hence if this condition becomes true, then only we can sorry, if this condition becomes false, then only we will able to go inside the while loop. But if it becomes true, then we have to terminate from the while loop, since there is a not over here, right? Now inside the while loop we're actually incrementing our time taken by 1. And next, that's the first task we are doing, because over here we're going to we're going to decrement whatever present in queue of front dot element, right? So next we have to declare a variable which is pointing to the current element of the queue, that is the front. So after we have got the front element, we are checking whether our current dot element is greater than 1, right? Now if it is greater than 1, and then we are decrementing the value by or the value of the element by 1, and we are also taking the index, that is the current dot index, right, in a node fashion, and then we are pushing it into a queue. And after that we are popping that front element, right? So we are running this while loop until this condition becomes true. Now if our control reaches to the index where index equals equal to k, right, and the value of the element is 1, in such situation we are going to terminate from this while loop, and we are going to return a time taken plus 1. Now why we have incremented this time taken by 1? The reason being that, so currently you can see that we are terminating when our element is 1, right? So we are not considering this, right? So we haven't actually decreased this 1 to 0 yet, right? And hence we are actually incrementing this one to our answer. Now if you run this code, and now the time complexity for this algorithm will be big of n, right? Because we have actually traversing through each and every element of this array, as you can see right over here. And since we are traversing through each and element, and since we are traversing through each and element of this array, right, and hence each and element of this array, and hence it is big of n, right? And while the space complexity for this algorithm will also be big of n, because you can see that we have used a queue over here, right? And in this queue we are actually pushing each and every element which is present in our array. So now let's run this code. So if you run this code, you will see an accepted solution, right? Now let's try to optimize this code a bit. So over here we are going to show the optimized solution. So in our previous solution, our bigger time complexity is big of n, right? And while the space complexity is also big of n. Now we are going to convert this. We are going to use convert this space complexity into big of 1, right? That is, we are not going to take any extra space over here, right? So how can we achieve this? So let's consider an I, okay? Now this I is currently pointing to this index 0, right? As you can see. So this is 0, this is 1, and this is 2, right? So let's set the value of k is 1, okay? And that is our task is to decrease this element, right? Right. That is our task is to decrease this element and to 0, right? So now if you have observed, then you can see that the whatever element is present in this that is the when our I is less than equals to k, okay? So the time taken would be like if you see for this it will be so we need to add up like 1, right? And then we have to, so this will be a time taken, right, when our value of I is less than equals to k, right? Now how we are getting this, right? So let's say that if it is 5, okay, then what would be the time taken? The time taken would be 6. Now why the time taken would be 6 when this is 5? The reason being that what's the number of so we need to, so how many times we from the end we reaches to this front? So if you see that we are currently over here, right? So at first we're going to decrease this to 4, right? And next we're going to decrease this to 2, right? And next we have to decrease this to 1, and then we come back over here, right? Again we are going to decrease this to 3, right? And now it will become decreased to 1, and then it will be 0, right? And then it will be again over here. Again we need to decrease this 3 to 2, and hence it will become 0. So as you can see that we are actually performing 3 steps, right? Over here 3 steps we are performing, and after that only we are reaching this element, right? So if the value of I is less than equals to k, so what we are going to add in our time taken? We need to add the minimum of, okay, the minimum of, what's the minimum between your, let's consider this array to be ARR, okay, so this is your ARR, okay, so we need to add the minimum of ARR of I comma ARR of k, okay, so ARR of I, okay, and next we are having like ARR of k, so we need to find the minimum of dip, right? And we are going to add up that to it when I is less than equals to k. But if our I becomes greater than k, okay, then what will happen? Now if our I becomes greater than k, what will happen? What do you think? What will happen? Now when this tree is becoming 0, we need to stop over there, right? So we no longer need to go to, we no longer need to move our pointer ahead, right? So this so when our I is greater than k, we need to add the minimum of air of I comma air of k minus 1, okay, and that will do our job. So now let's say we using this tree whether we can get this output or not. So currently let's consider that we have 5 3, and let's say that we have 6, okay. So currently we are 0, right, and k is at 1. So if you see that this condition is satisfied, so when this condition is satisfied, we need to find a minimum of ARR of 1, ARR of I, and ARR of k. So at ARR of I we have 5, and at ARR of k we have 3, right? So minimum is like 3. So currently in our time taken we have 3, right? So next we are going to move this I to this element, right? Again we need to find a minimum that is of 3 and 3, it is 3, right? So we are going to add 3 to this, right? Now next we are going to go to this element, right? Again we found that this time our I is greater than k, right? Now when if it is greater than k, we need to check whether they find a minimum of ARR of 1 and ARR of k minus 1. So currently the ARR of k value is 3. If you subtract it by 1, it will become 2, right? So we're going to add 2 to it, and finally it will become 8, and hence this will be our answer. So if you just try to do this using our previous examples, in a previous example we have like array which 5 1 1 and 1, right? Now so currently the value of k is 0, right? Okay, now that means it is pointing to this element. So currently our I is over here. Now this condition is satisfied, so we just need to add 5 to our answer. Next our value of I is, so currently our I is over here, right? Now this condition is satisfied, so we need to find the minimum of 4 and 1, right? So it is 1, right? So we're going to add 1 to it. Again, now this condition is satisfied, we need to find again the minimum of between 4 and 1, it is 1. Now again we're going to move our pointer ahead. Now it is pointing to this index. Again we need to find a minimum of 4 and 1, it will be 1, right? And hence it will end up to 8, right? Now the time complexity for this algorithm will be big of n, because we are traversing through each and every element of this array. Well, the space complexity will be big of 1 because we are not using extra space over here, and that's our main target, right? So now let's quickly see the code for this. So now let's see the code for this algorithm. So over here, as you can see, we are actually checking whether our ticket of k is 0 or not, right? If it is 0, then we're just going to return 0, right? And then we have a variable count. You can also consider it to be time taken. Now next thing, we have a pointer which is currently pointing to 0, and we are going up to ticket star size, that is the size of the whole array. And next we are incrementing the I by 1. Now if our I is less than equals to k, right, as I told you, if our I is less than equals to k, we need to add up the minimum of tickets of I and the tickets of k, right? So whichever becomes a minimum, we just need to add it in our count. But if this condition is not satisfied, we're going to find a minimum of and the tickets of I comma tickets of k minus I, right? And we're going to add it to our count variable. Now coming out of the loop, we just need to return the count, right? So let's run this code. Okay, I think there's a problem over here. Okay, here, yeah, there's a problem over here, a bracket problem. Now let's run this code. Yeah, it is accepted, right? So now let's just so now let's just submit the code. Okay, so if I submit the code, so you can see that it is accepted, right? And hence this is how you are going to solve this problem. So I hope that you like this video. If you like this video, do give a thumbs up to your video, share it with your friends, and subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon in order to get the latest notification first. So I will see you in my next video.